All right, so excited. Sports lovelies, I am back. My next guest was born in West Virginia. She won a national championship with UConn Huskies in 2009 and was drafted 4th overall to the Minnesota Lynx the same year. She has won championships with the Lynx in 2015 and in 2017. In 2012, she was named the All-Star, as well as the Sixth Woman of the Year in 2013.
Okay. We don't have to keep going.
These are your accomplishments. 2018, she made a franchise record 7 3-pointers and scored 24 points, helping the Dream beat the New York Liberties. Oh my gosh, so excited. First Lovelace, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here too. I told you ain't saying nothing but a thing if you're trying to be turned on this live. Okay.
Renee Montgomery, I'm so excited to be here with you. Oh my gosh, we have so much to talk about. Yeah. I know, I want to start off kind of with the current mood of everything. We're in this quarantine. The last time I spoke to you, which was at is it Her Time to Play basketball clinic, I believe.
Yeah.
And we spoke about Kobe and Gigi and what they meant to the WNBA, about their untimely death. Moving forward, I saw you several times at the College Park Skyhawks broadcasting team as a color analyst, for the 2019-2020 season.
Still going with that stuff?
Girl, take it. Take all of your accomplishments.
I'm sorry.
Receive it. I'm just so proud.
Thank you. I get uncomfortable. Like I thought a question was coming, and then I realized you were still saying accolades. And I'm like, oh no, we got to stop this.
Oh, it keeps coming. Just be prepared. We're gonna talk all about your accolades in a minute. So be ready. But no, serious talk. We're in a very trying time. We're in a current movement. Oh gosh, there's so much that's going on. I will commend the WNBA, if I'm not mistaken. I don't want to misquote it, but I believe they were kind of the first to put it out there. Like, we're standing for everybody. Enough is enough. Atlanta Hawks coach, he has spoke out. He's very vocal about his feelings about everything that's going on. Coach Pierce. Yes, Coach Pierce. And also assistant coach Darius. I would like to read what he said when he posted on social media. Had tears for second day in a row. It's a shame we're still going through this in 2020. The time is now. No more police brutality, racism, and injustice. My kids aren't going through this again. Don't just talk about it, be about it. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. Yeah. Make the change happen. What's your mood? What's your thoughts? Let's chop it up.
Yeah, that's my whole thoughts. And I've kind of taken this stance because, everybody's always trying to split everything, like as a people, we always try to split. Yeah, I'm for the protest. I'm not for the rioters. And, and even with our culture, we'll do light skin versus dark skin. We're always trying to have a divide. So I think my only thoughts are, let's for once just be completely united, everything to the side. However you express yourself, whether it's just if you want to just stand there and protest, or if you whatever you want to do, like, let's watch out for our brothers and sisters and everybody protect themselves and be safe. But I'm just under the mood where whatever people want to do it. Like, everyone is hurt by what they saw. So a lot of times anger is a defense mechanism for people that are hurt. So there are hurt people, and hopefully you don't have to hurt other people to heal. But maybe even if you going and walking and marching and yelling with other people, if that helps, do it. If organizing and trying to make things better help, do it. But I'm just like, whatever. I just think that people need to take some actions, and we can't just continually think it's going to fix itself. The underlying problem is racism. It's systematic. Until it's fixed, history will repeat itself. So, I mean, I'm all in, So I think that it's something good can come from this tragedy, and I see that it's happening where there's a united front coming. So I'm ready to be a part of that.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm all in it with you as well. Again, we got to make this change. Vote. That's the key there.
Absolutely. Yeah. So for voting, I remember when I was at UConn, when President Barack Obama got elected, Coach Auriemma had all of us over there. Yeah. And he had all of us over there. And for me, it was one of my first times voting. And so just to experience that whole experience, I've been voting ever since. Like, and you saw the numbers, you saw the turnout for President Obama. We have to do the same thing. Like, I know, President Obama is a very powerful speaker, and he invoked that in us. He made us, he pulled us to the polls, with his speeches. He made us go vote. Well, we don't have somebody that's going to push us to go vote like that anymore. People need to do it on their own. It's time. You see that we need to vote.
Absolutely. I totally agree. That is it. Vote. There's nothing else to it.
And it's not going to change everything. So I know that, some people are like, yeah, voting isn't going to change this. It's not going to change everything. Okay. Obviously, it's not going to change everything. You have to go and systematically fix the system, but it will change a lot of things. So if you vote, it's a step in the right direction.
Absolutely. I totally agree. Now let's talk about, you're in your 12th year, your professional year. My, how time has flown, right?
Yeah, it's crazy because like 12, sometimes I forget, like I accidentally said 11 in an interview, and my guy, Paul, was like, Renee, it's your 12th. And I'm like, Roger that. So it's kind of like, when people, and I hear, women say it all the time when they're older, like, I don't know what birthday it is. I lost count. Well, I guess I lost count of how many years I'm in the league. So yeah, it's 12. I've been here a while.
Oh my gosh. Well, did you ever expect the accomplishments that you are having right now, ma'am?
I don't know. As an athlete, you have to have a lot of confidence in yourself. So I'm not one of those players that's ever like said, I'm going to be this or I'm going to be that. But when I work out to be what I am now. I work out to be the best me. So me, myself, I did see this for my career in my life. And I think that me believing it is half the reason it happened.
Oh my gosh. I want to piggyback off what you said. And I always will say, oh my gosh, I love that girl so very much. You told me, I think, you was like, you know what? I prayed for this and I received it. And hey, take it all in. And so much more is coming your way. Trust and believe that.
I'm just a firm believer. Like, I pray for everything and then work hard for everything. So with that combination, I think some good things will happen. So whatever does happen or doesn't happen, I'm like, this was for me.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Now let's talk about what is the WNBA Instagram for Go Chat Live? What is that?
Oh, that was okay. So I gotta send a shout to Eb Jones. She's the creative director behind like the social of the WNBA, and she's always thinking of creative ways to kind of keep the brand of the WNBA going, but also to help the players. So everybody knows that I'm into broadcasting, and I'm trying to pivot and get into more traditional entertainment where I'm interviewing. Obviously, I want to have like a package like Michael Strahan. I always use him all the time because he's somebody where he does NFL Network and he does the NFL playoffs, and then he still does, his Good Morning America and all of that. So I would love to have that type of career, and the WNBA is trying to set up people, connect them to people in their world. So everybody knows Vivica Fox. She's actress, host, does everything. So for me, I want to do everything. So they connected me with her. I got a chance to interview her in a sit down talk style. Wi-Fi was hating on me real tough. Wi-Fi would not let me be great. But the interview turned out okay. And I was just excited to just be out there, and just putting myself out there is uncomfortable, but it was nice.
Oh my gosh, you are doing amazing things. Speaking of acting, is that 2014 Unfinished Business and 2013 Mind and Skin big screen? What's going on here, Renee?
I don't know. I don't know what that stuff was, but I did do a couple things that made it to Amazon Prime. And see, with acting, like, I want to be an entertainer. So when part of being an entertainer is acting. So I took acting classes, improv classes, have the whole repertoire, so that if they want to throw me in a movie or a recurring role, anything like that, I'm ready, I'm down. I think my day job will be obviously basketball. And then when it's not in season, the hosting realm and the host, broadcast, analyst realm. So, but acting is still, listen, if somebody wants to be like, I heard Nene Leakes, that, what is it called? Modern Family. The guy wrote that. They wrote that script for her. That's wild. So if somebody ever did that for me, you best believe I'm be acting. Okay?
I can see it happening. I got you.
All right, cool.
Now let's talk about what advice would you give to the young basketball ladies that's coming up behind you?
Yeah, I would say just work through it. Like a lot of times, there's going to be discouraging moments. Work through it. It's going to be hard to do your schoolwork and work out. Work through it. It's going to be hard whenever people tell you get in the kitchen. Who cares? Work through it. So basically, have tough skin. Work through it. There's always going to be obstacles, but you can always just work through it.
That's it. That's the key. Work through it.
Work through it. Now, like it's not going to be easy.
I get it. I totally get it. It's called life, I guess.
This thing called life. It's not easy.
It's not easy at all. But you just work through it.
Work through it.
Now, let's talk about, I guess I want to move to more of a serious question. We talk about legacy. I ask everyone every time I interview them, like, what will your legacy be when it's all said and done? When you look back over your career, what will your legacy be?
I hope just positivity. Like I don't want my legacy to be attached to necessarily even sports. Like I want them to know that I was an athlete, but been like, man, she just had this energy about her, this positivity about her, because that's what I'm all about. So it's not easy to keep this energy in a sports world where it's competitive, but I pride myself in being me and my authentic self from beginning to end, and not letting like the sports business or anything discourage me from being the person I want to be. So that's what I want my legacy to be based around.
Love that. Now I know too, we are kind of still in that pandemic situation.
Yeah.
The WNBA, do you have any updates for us? Like when will we see a game?
I know, because we're all seeing the news about the NBA, right? And it's like we all start to, it's so difficult. Like people don't understand. Contracts are hard to come into agreement. We had a whole off season trying to get the CBA together, like a whole off season to figure out the CBA. So when you think about that, and we're basically renegotiating a whole new contract because this is a whole new set of terms. If people were wondering what in the world is taking so long, that's what's taking so long. You have to have management, which is whatever the pro league is, the NBA, MLB, WNBA. And then you have to have the players. You have to have both sides agree to these new terms. And so there's going to be a tug and pull. There's going to be people mad. There's going to be money talk. So I don't know. Having said that, yeah, I don't know anything.
Oh, Renee, I was just hoping you would give me the tea.
Yeah, so I don't have the tea. The tea is iced tea. There's nothing that I know right now. It's because, it's like what we all know is that we know nothing, and everybody's asking around, like, are we going there with the men? And, it's like there's so many different things going on. And like I said,
we just don't know.
Because it's an ever-flowing, it's a fluid situation. One day we saw with the NBA, everybody was talking about Vegas is the bubble city, and then all of a sudden it was like, okay, Disney World has entered the chat, so it's that's why no one really says anything when people ask, because it's like today I could have said whatever I think is going to happen, and then tomorrow it could be a whole different thing. So I'm just going to take the stance. What I know is that I know nothing.
I get it. I'll roll with that. I too.
Sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. It's like because it could change tomorrow. Like what I thought yesterday is completely different. It's moving so fast. So
it is. What are you looking most forward to with the league coming? With the season, hopefully sooner than later happening.
I mean, I think with this season right now, if I'm being honest, I'm not even thinking about the season. I think there's so much going on in the world where you start to realize there's a lot more things that are bigger than basketball. You start to see George Floyd's daughter on Steven Jackson's shoulders, and you start to think about like just that image alone. Like honestly, basketball has not been in my mind. It really hasn't. I start to look around and just to see the people that are hurting. When I see people, when they see people looting, that's people hurting. When they see people rioting, that's people hurting. So when I see the news, I see a lot of people hurting. And so that's what's on my mind right now. So I would be lying if I said I'm thinking about the WNBA and the season. That's honestly, that's the furthest thing from my thoughts right now.
I get it. I want to say thank you for coming on. I appreciate your time. I got one last question for you, or just one statement for you, just to give some encouragement to everyone that's in this movement right now. We all are in it at this point. So what can you tell everyone just to give them encouragement?
I would just say that this, put me on the spot here, but I would just say that, no, really, I think that this was honestly, we all watched a great tragedy. And when I say a great tragedy, I mean great by its size, a large tragedy. This was a huge tragedy, watching a man beg for his life. We watched a man call out to his mom. We watched a grown man say goodbye to his family members. So with such a great tragedy, I hope that that same magnitude of change happens. And it looks like it's going to. So I'm hoping that his death just sparked a whole new culture, a whole new system. And so if that is what happens from his death, then his death will be well worth it if he changes the world forever.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Renee. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to
Thank you
see
for having me. You're so
hopefully
awesome.
soon.
No, thank you for having me. This was nice to just talk about it. Honestly, I mean, we're all feeling it, so it was nice to talk about it. So thank you for having me on.
Thank you so much, Renee. We will be chatting in person one day.
One day.
Thank you again.
Thank you.